Hello and welcome to NG Pro's coverage of the Top Shelf Pop Up Tournament number 2. I'm Holland Cole and I'm here with my friend
Jason Hagan. So we're here watching some disc golf at Skyline Park in Napa, California. This is a very technical course known for its rollaways and tough shots and tough breaks. Let's check out who we're watching today.
Here on the featured card we've got Jason Hagan, plays in the Open Pro division, local out of Napa. Obviously he's got a lot of talent.
This is Gabe Neustadt, who a very talented player, also an ex-baseball player, an absolute bomb of a thumber, tomahawk, just a good all-around game.
We've got Spencer playing out of Iowa, I think via Reading these days. Throws lefty and righty backhand. Great guy, great player.
This is Dale, an absolute bomber of a lefty, one of the best players out of the region, and it's going to be fun to see him play.
Here we are on hole 1, starting off the tournament right in classic form. This is generally a wide open shot you're able to throw overhand, righty, lefty. Just get it on the hill by the basket, hope it stays, and net it.
A lot of danger to the left. You don't want to be hyzering off to the left. It can go down pretty far.
We might see a lot of players throw overhand or forehand, I'm not sure. The righty backhand does tend to fly down to the creek if it doesn't sit down.
There it is. Go in. Stop now. Stop.
Great looking shot for Gabe.
That's an ideal thumber line.
That is not atypical at all. That happens a lot at Napa.
It scares me so much.
It's a common occurrence. Lands it inside the circle, rolls down, not even a puck or it. Welcome to Skyline Wilderness Park.
That looks perfect too.
Looks like you're opting for an overhand thumber too.
Same thing. All right. Cool.
Similar result. Look at that.
We've got it.
I can't roll. It's impossible.
Let's hope this stays on hole 1. When you come out,
feeling it's not
gonna
gonna.
Toss of the day, and they're rolling. Here comes Dale with a lefty hyzer over the basket.
He likes to go to this safe side because if he's going to get any action, it's just going to be moving back towards the basket.
As you can see, he does play that high side.
I'll try to play super safe to the right too.
So this is Napa. Unfortunately, this is what happens.
This tournament was played on October 10th, 2020. And the conditions out here are max for roller. The grass is all knocked down. The dirt is hard and dry as can be. It's really what makes this course always a challenge.
Yeah, so Spencer, being able to go lefty or righty, it is interesting to see that he goes that lefty. Tries to avoid it from skipping off towards the hill.
Now this is down a little bit, but I imagine most of these guys are going to be able to have a run up shot from down there.
Good looking shot there.
First hole of the day. Just put the wheels on and cruise out of there. A adult decision from Dale to just lay that up instead of possible basket contact and rolling back down.
Nice layup.
Wicked smart.
Yeah. Good start.
Okay.
Good smart play.
Here's you. You're trying to throw this one in, I'm guessing, right?
Usually,
yeah. I should have said throw it in. I did not know it was not going to go in.
It's definitely a huge advantage of this course, and all courses, I think, to have a pretty touchy forehand fire shot.
See how the pro card really works. Dale Dennett's letting us know. Tap ins, just kidding. I guess that's the way you want to start a tournament, right? Just don't mess it up. Stay alive. Is that a par frame overall?
Yeah, it's a par frame. Cool. So this hole, I hope you guys appreciate the new tee pads we've got there. Recently put a lot of work into getting the full 18 holes with concrete tee pads. This one, 250 it says. Yeah, it's not too tough to reach it, but again, one of these just precarious greens.
Yeah, those telephone poles that kind of frame up the basket area can be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Yeah.
Ooh, stick.
Attaboy.
Stick.
Gabe is a former baseball player as well. He's got a really clean sidearm. I imagine that was probably a Firebird. I might have missed the classic Leopard. Jason, I remember when you won this in the Christmas Disc Exchange last year, and you have been making it fly perfectly ever since.
That's pretty much what I'm trying to do. They got it's a low ceiling for just about any shot, so being able to throw it pretty fast and low is really what you're aiming for. Just what Dale's doing, coming out a little bit to the right, but great shot.
Post, I'm happy.
Does it matter what speed? Do you generally go fairway, or do you ever get a wraith out there or something, or mid-range?
Yeah, I like to throw. I don't want to do the mid-range. I feel like I'm having to put a little bit too much into it. I'd rather it be a nice, easy movement.
Yeah, I see some of the big arms get there with the mid. Oh, that is basically perfect.
Another great shot. Those are 4 really good shots there.
Textbook.
Yeah, when 15 feet is your farthest one from the pin, the card did pretty good.
Oh, very nice up on the dance floor. Gotta expect that most of these talented players are going to make short work of these short putts.
No, but it's not a sanctioned event, doesn't matter. I'm fine with you doing it. It only for PDGA.
Now, there's usually a pretty nice amount of excitement here in the tournament, right? In the early holes, you've got dreams ahead of you. You personally here have now thrown 2 within the circle, 1 rolled out, but 2 birdie putts. You're 1 for 2. Pretty exciting to start around, huh?
Yeah, I know some of these other guys play a lot of tournaments. I do not, and so the nerves are still there. When even if it's some local thing, you're being filmed. My first time being filmed, so there's definitely the nerves there.
Exciting. Try to use that extra energy, get a little extra on your backhand and stuff, right? Here we go into hole 3 in a short position. Most people are going to turn over a backhand putter or mid, or just throw a forehand up there, stick it on the ground in the basket. That again looks like whoa,
good shot. But look at that elevated basket. We pretty much think of it as a gimme. We really want to get this one, but looking at that basket there, you can tell this is going to hand out some 4s.
Yeah, there's enough tree. That is a beautiful shot. You did that with the putter, it looks like.
That was a voodoo, yeah.
Voodoo. I'm going to have to catch up with these wonderful disc descriptions that MG Pro has put on there for us. These players are looking at calibrating.
That's a pretty good shot, though.
Yeah. Especially knowing that they're going to face a putt. A lot of times I'd say players try to ace this one and get the bird. It looks like these guys are wisely getting up to the basket to make short work of the putt.
You really don't want that 25-foot death putt on this one. You can't really see it too well, but that hill, 20 feet to the left, is absolutely deadly.
Yeah, we call that jail down there in that green to the right. And he's heading for jail. If it curls, he didn't. That's a bit of
again, that's just what happens out here, it's just the saddest thing, but it's the disc golf reality that we live out here.
Absolutely. You miss your birdie putt and you're walking away with a 5 or 6 sometimes.
Yeah. Oftentimes out here, it's better to airball it than it is to hit metal.
Oh wow! Strong side kick out. Yeah, I would say don't hit baskets low on this course. The hills do not seem to avoid you. So it looks like you ended up with CTP on this one, huh, Mr. Hagan?
It's true. I get a 2 out of it, which is all that I'm hoping for.
And this is a little bit. He's thinking
a little confused.
You did it. You went turbo.
I'm a little bit vertically challenged, so a course like this, a basket like this, is not that much fun. So hole 4 here, it's one of my favorites out here. It's just a really pretty, real strong uphill slope. It says 293, but this really does play all 400 to get all the way up there. Really gorgeous little green here. Lots of little rocks that you can hit and roll. Tough birdie, but one that you're pretty happy to get.
Yeah, I would agree. This is up there. If you're not warmed up, it's a good chance you're not getting up there. And to be honest, I may have seen 2 or 3 people get to the basket on this one. Ever. And now I've seen the 3rd. Okay, that was one heck of a shot, my friend. That does not happen every day when I'm out here.
Yeah, I put that on a pretty good line. It's also a good hole for the lefty. You can kind of turn it over and have it come back.
Yeah, is known as one of the power throwers on this course, so I'm not surprised to see him get up there either with you.
Yeah, Gabe's also got a really nice backhand.
These
Threw that real far.
are all really great deep shots on
Yeah,
this
so
hole.
he's still going to be left with 35 feet or so for the bird.
I always think of this hole as 2 parts. No matter how good you get your drive up there, you're still going to have to click that putt in. And the fact that it's uphill, you're on a slope. There's the octopus guardian, as I call the fallen tree around it. Little ceiling. It makes for a fun 2 if you get it. Really got to earn this hole.
Yeah, definitely.
South side, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
there's a rope right there if you want to check it.
I think you're outside.
And I think you're on too.
Pretty official out here. Oh,
Maybe.
bummer. Good putt. Good putt
Good,
from
good.
Gabe there.
This is kind of what I was saying. As great as Dale's putt was, look at him. He's in the straddle. He's on some chunky rocks. Will he get it?
Yeah, Dale's got a really nice spin putt, so sometimes can make those 35 feet uphill putts look a lot shorter than it feels like for the rest of us.
That's true. He's got a lot of snap coming out of his putt.
Spencer's just a really nice and easy putter. Really impressed with his putting this weekend, and first time I got to play with him. And yeah, like I said, very impressed by the game.
It makes my heart swell when I see these talented players come from out of town that might play our course once a year, and Spencer can come up here on a pretty long hole and just chew it like that. You gotta appreciate the true frolfers out there, and I love when they come up and play our course.
So at a bigger tournament, you would have just seen quite a controversy. Disc rolling and hitting somene's bag, but we're a little bit more relaxed at the moment. Really just bad luck there
Love
A
it.
little more facial hair.
for Gabe. I have a feeling that Gabe wasn't super happy for me there when he gave me that 2-stroke swing.
Yeah, I mean,
Congratulations,
going
but-
for birdie and ending up with
I'll drink like
your next putt doesn't even have a chance.
Yeah.
Difficult. Well, I'd say his par had a chance, but yeah, you gotta have thick skin on this course to not lose the mental game.
Short-term memory, for sure.
Yeah, we're going into hole 5 here. Traditionally a pretty big right-hand hyzer, and it does play uphill, so I'd say it's another one, 375, 400. You got to get a hold of it and dodge the guardian trees. But a lot of people can get their discs up here, especially in the subdivision.
Yeah, you're either trying to go up above those trees to the right, which I think is kind of the way I'm going.
Over.
Looks like I snuck on the inside, and leaves me with a putt. Or sometimes people just go straight up the gut, which takes off some of the distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you've got the power to go over that tree to the right and hyzer on it, that's the play. But over the years, the trees on the right and the ones behind it have gotten higher and they catch stuff. So you'll see some players go down the middle. Spencer goes with a nice high, caught by the guardian, but a nice high line. Not a bad play.
Just came a little inside. This is a tough lefty angle. If you don't have a forehand, which Dale doesn't really throw much of.
He goes tight and gets some pretty darn good push through those trees.
That really was, yeah.
He's got a technical birdie putt, but
That's a shot there.
let's see with Gabe looking to rebound from a little bit of roll-out trouble on the last hole. So you can put it behind him, focused. Looks good.
That was
high.
pretty good, yeah.
Oh, you're right. He really does
It gets there.
smooth back.
A
A little high.
bit short there.
Fades out on him. It'd be really nice to see one go in from over there because it's kind of a fun putt. Here we go with the Swiss Army knife of disc golf. Spencer going forehand, right hand. He also throws lefty and righty backhands and forehands. He told me I think he's still working on the lefty overhand. I can't quite remember, but tip my hat to you, Spencer.
longer.
Ooh, and that can be a little bit tricky on that side of the basket. There's a backside and an out of bounds wall. A miss from your angle here even can really set you up with a tough comebacker.
God,
The 7-second miss, folks.
got quite a few chains on that one.
Low basket,
would have liked to see
change
that one get
basket
in.
out. That looked to me like a very common occurrence I see on the course all the time. A straddle, slightly uphill, you gauge it, you look at it, you throw it, it's the tiniest bit short. Because you're in that straddle stance and not really getting pushed off the back foot. Not you personally, just in general.
Feel that.
Good tree for Gabe to catch there. Stress-free par tap in. So we got no birds on it.
Hole 6 here. This is a tough one. You either are throwing the backhand down this gauntlet, which really makes a lot of people pay with bogeys and double bogeys. Some of us will be throwing overhands just to get safe. It's 375, which it's really the only way to get there that you see consistently is a pure backhand. But that's not going to stop some of us from throwing the overhands just to take the par and walk away to 7.
Yeah, I think the statistical tournament play, if you have it as the overhand, get out over the trouble, and then like that quintessential shot, you're over 90% of this trouble on this court, on this hole, and you make an upshot, and then you got your 3. It is downhill, so 3. If you reach down on a driver down and hit nothing, go straight through this gap, you can go way past the hole. So that was a nice controlled Danny backhand with the Firebird from Spencer, who's starting to look like he plays this course every day. I'm loving it.
Yeah, really good shot. Just hitting the gap is something that a lot of these top guys are going to be able to do, but it's definitely not easy.
Dale going with a similar line with his lefty forehand, but just leaps it out left.
Pretty fortunate, actually, to get through as he did and get him to the other side.
He gives it the full send with a, looks like a massive thumb.
That's a tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
And look at that. Yeah, that's
wow.
But it wouldn't be Skyline if we didn't have a roll after.
Okay.
But pretty darn good shot. At least has a somewhat of a birdie opportunity.
Yeah, that was inside the circle where he landed.
And that's a pretty impressive upshot. Let's see what happens.
Good
yes,
disc.
definitely
Good
an
disc.
impressive,
That's what Dale
definitely
said.
an
Good
impressive upshot.
Yeah, that was at a standstill. Oh, wow. There you go. You're not scared of that putt, are you, Mr. Vice President? You were trying to throw that in?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
100%. It
okay,
was
that's
definitely
right.
not an accidental. Go for it.
Very, very nice. You know, I often tell myself you get rewarded for contact. You know, you hit something, you go for it deep, you hit that little cage, it probably stayed right there for you. You go with another birdie attempt from Spencer.
Oh, good flag. Love me some
Flag could have helped there a little bit.
Good flag. So here we have Gabe for his 3 save. His birdie putt hit a little tree.
Nice putt. Good save.
Good
There
putt.
you go,
Really
making
good
it
putt.
look easy.
Yeah.
That was a big putt.
He was probably kicking himself for hitting that branch in the first place and making himself work for it. But
Yeah, that's what happened on this birdie putt. He was standing on a dead barricade, and one of the branches snapped as he was passing through. So very nice with the great upshot and 3 save from Dale Dennett.
smooth.
Very nice. This is a hole that can get squirrely, and I'm always happy when I see a card kind of cruise through it like you guys did here.
Definitely see some big scores. And usually has to do with the slope.
The only time I've ever birdied it was the rock, and I've only thrown it like a couple times.
Yeah, maybe you got second shot good.
Players are warming up. Here we go to hole 7. This is not too far, but you've got to get over this strip of trees and basically get up to what we call the dance floor. If you're on the dance floor, you can get a birdie. This is in the straight position, so you're going to see probably a lot of forehands or thumbers because of the slope.
And there's going to be at least a couple of thumbers. But as on every hole that we've pretty much seen so far, it's really going to come down to how your disc lands, how it hits. Does it stick around? Does your putt go in, or does it hit some metal and pick up on an edge?
Yeah, this is a little bit like gambling because of the dry earth. Your disc is going to come by, it's going to smack it, do a couple flips, and it stays or it goes.
Too far, maybe? No, hit that bush, hit the bush.
Wow, that is textbook right there. That tree that you hit, Jason, we call thumber tree, man. That is the tree you aim at. You hit that tree.
I didn't know we called it that, but happy to hit it.
We call it thumber tree.
The happiest thing though is just knowing that it stuck around. You can't really tell what's happening once you throw it. You put what you think is a good line on it, and then you just kind of hope and pray. And there's definitely good ways to play the course so that you get less rollaways than others that don't know how to do it, but there is some fortune to it.
There is a lefty backhand Firebird from Spencer.
It's a good looking shot. That'll be a birdie putt.
I throw a lefty backhand on this hole, and I try to get it with a mid-range if I can. I just feel like my drivers roll 90% of the time, and my mid-ranges stay up there 90% of the time.
Yeah, go with the percentages. Great looking drive.
Hits the tree, and looks like the locals will come to play. Well, alone.
The branch you're aiming for. I'm trying to
So you are definitely seeing some good play out here.
Just touch that tree barely right.
Let's see what Gabe can do if he can
Stick in there.
get things going the other direction. Wow.
Gabe goes thumber right past the basket.
Absolute ace run. And then
ooh, good tree!
Good tree. Yeah, there's a couple trees there that are friendly.
That saved him a lot of work and possible scratches on his arm from those hands and knees down there. If you make this, you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
Come on.
Dude, are you serious?
Oh my!
And not only did he just hit the tree. If he had missed the tree and just hit the hill, he would have been fine. But it hit the tree and just sometimes it comes back with just as much speed.
Dude.
Oh my! So, Mr. Neustadt is getting what we call Skyline right now. His birdie jump putt was a little long, hit a tree, rolled off. His par save hit the basket, rolled off, put him in a tough position where he has to play a forehand.
He just said he was about to walk off, and you don't blame him. These holes happen every, not so often, but when they happen, they just make disc golf not fun, not one bit.
I've spent so many days in that headspace going, I'm a better player than this. Why is this disc rolling down? And, you want to blame the course and you want to blame the discs and you want to say bad luck, and sometimes it is. And other times, you don't throw a perfect shot at Skyline and she wants to teach you a lesson. So Gabe, too good a player to walk off, wouldn't walk off in this challenging tournament, but a little disappointing for him to be playing well and then have this dragon come out of nowhere called Pull 7.
Yeah, I mean, it was arguably the best drive of the group, with flashing chains as it did. Just some real unfortunate stuff going on. Hole 8 here, as you can kind of see to the left, there's real danger. It's this canyon. But we're trying to carry the disc across the canyon. It's in the long position. You are either trying to go down this alley, from the right into the left. And there's some people that go left over the trees and try to crash it into the right. I'm trying to go from the right into the left, but I throw it a little bit straight. And I think I hit this tree. And with some ferocity.
You just hit the
velocity.
Skyline Interstate down to oblivion.
Down the whole 12 meters.
That was a good power. If you can get to that tree, that's what you want, but you want to break before that. So I guess Spencer's probably going to try to follow your line, but get a little tighter on it.
Yeah, I definitely want a little bit tighter.
Wow, just an absolute smooth finesse. Looks like he barely throws it.
Yeah.
Goes real nice, decent shot there for your 3.
Should be an easy 3 for him.
And Dale goes big lefty, so he tries. Oh, he's going right down the middle. I'm not sure I'm familiar with Dale's conservative tournament play there. I'm impressed. He usually goes for the basket, one of the most giant shots ever. So I see. Well played, Dale.
Let's see how Gabe bounces back here. Definitely got some anger on the disc.
Ooh, he tattoos the same tree you hit, but gets a much different result.
Yeah, definitely coming up with some speed. Oh, and I am far away from the basket at the
by
moment.
12's tee pad. A local knows this shot many times. I'm guessing roller.
It's going to be a forehand roller.
There's nothing but trees, slope, ceiling, and that is an absolute beauty. That's the one you're dreaming about when you're down there, right?
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably 100 feet, 120 feet. Pretty happy with that.
You that was a putter?
That was a putter. That was a wizard. Usually not a par from there. So.
Ooh, Spencer goes with the one-knee Kaepernick upshot like a dream. Shout out to the social justice movement out there, y'all. Here we go with Gabe's upshot.
Gabe's just in a bad place at the moment. Those that know him know he's a much better player than this, and we'll definitely see some better disc golf out of him.
Little unfortunate, and that's
it's hard to shake that off though from the last club.
Absolutely, our beautiful game and our dear lady Skyline here can be quite the challenge.
This slow roller that Dale just throws what he thought was the safe up shot, just picked up on an edge because he threw it a little too soft or with a little bit too much angle, and now you're left with a 45-foot putt uphill to save par.
He's got this snap. He doesn't even go for it. Dale, being the experienced player that I don't see that often. Where I play with and oneers and tours and a lot of rec players. People are so desperately trying to get their par. It leads to so many more strokes. And I'm just gonna say I tip my hat again to Dale for showing me what it means to be a measured professional disc golf player.
You are assuming that he laid it up instead of going for it. I know that I've had plenty of going for it that look like a layup. Sorry, Dale, if it wasn't.
Yeah, well, his par save. I was talking about his birdie layup. He tried to do the right thing, rolls to oblivion. That's kind of what I meant. And then
there's a good lesson for us. Don't play safe. Don't play safe.
I do apologize, Dale, if that was a layup on your putt, not a layup. He can take it. Hole 9, we are playing in the long position. This drastically changes it up. There's two positions, short and long. And long is basically the highest percentage is an overhand thumber that lands about right where the camera is right now and rolls down here to the basket. You'll probably see big lefty backhands over everything. I think it's a statistic shot, so you go over if you can. Some people try to go down the middle or throw a righty hyzer, but
yeah, I'm an overhand guy, so I really like this shot just because I know it gives me an advantage over the field. I give that one a pretty good run.
Wow.
And I know that even if it lands by the basket, it's probably going to hit that fence. And
if you got that shot in the bag on Skyline's course, you are giving yourself an opportunity on the field, like you said, on this hole. You just landed in the circle, and this is more difficult shots.
It's absolutely a bogey hole for quite a lot of people out here.
Yeah, just surviving this with a 3 is completely satisfactory.
So
getting a 2 is
where Spencer was. That was a good shot, but he's going to have you guys are going to see a very technical downhill, control the nose type of shot that not everyone's got on a consistent basis.
Yeah, this green on this hole is a big...
Look at that elevated basket. That is just a monster. He just throws a little too far to the right,
wow,
but it looks like...
Yeah,
he has got some absolute stink on his overhands.
A serious smash. So even here, this is what I'm faced with often. You're just looking for an upshot, but it's downhill, dry, slippery grass. It's easy to kind of get back towards the out of bounds.
I mean, that's one of those shots that it looks so much easier when it's done well. But if you're ever faced with that in a round, in a tournament especially, you're gonna realize that it's not that easy. And Dale also having some good technique.
I like that, Dale. Say that again.
Yeah, a stress-free par on this hole is great. So Gabe did stay in bounds.
Yeah, we were looking for it for a little while and couldn't find it. Oh, it's in the circle.
And
Great
he
putt,
rallies. Oh,
Great
it's
putt.
nice to see him. Nice to see you back, Gabe. Nice putt.
getting them back.
I wonder if you used the 2 meters from barbed wire back there. Are you
I
using the 2
think
meters?
he did, and I
Excellent.
think I did as well. Yeah,
Excellent.
we got barbed wire back there. We're taking the 2 meters relief.
I like to wait till someone sets up and puts them and say, you get 2 meters from barbed wire. But I guess that's not the right thing to do. Oh, you are not too excited about that.
Yeah, so that was a bummer. Definitely
Great, Jason. Great.
giving up a stroke that I was hoping for. But a good move on the drive and didn't take advantage.
Does it hurt any less all this time later watching it on video?
Yeah, it hurts more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a great drive, but that you can't bank great drives. We got to bank putts, right?